Alright, I'm going to align this radio. It sounded pretty good just like it was, but we're going to redo it. Especially if you've changed a lot of components, you need to realign them. Make sure I had the service bulletin number 197. It gives the adjusting the compensating condensers, which is the alignment. What it tells, and I've never done one like this. I was going to do it the way I normally do it, which is connect the AC meter onto the voice coil of the speaker. But what this says to do, the adjustment of the compensating condensers in Model 66 receiver requires the use of an accurate signal generator, such as the Philco Model 24, an efficient output meter, which is basically an AC voltmeter, and it recommends Model 12 or 25, and suitable fiber hex wrench, which I happen to have one. Now where it's at is another story, and it is here. Got that off of Philco forum. Someone was offering those and I bought one. And here's the reason why you need to get a non-metallic hex wrench. Here's why you use a fiber nut driver to do the IFs. On some of the older ones, number 17 and 22 are B plus voltage. Number 19 is like nothing, and number 24 is nothing. So these two, and these had caps on them, plugs to keep you from getting into them. So that is the reason you use either an ink pen, some sort of plastic tube, or get one of these. I got this off of the Philco forum. I paid, I don't even know who I bought it from, but working on these, it's very important. All right, that's an eye-opener. Let's see, what else does it say? It says connect. Now here's the part that I've never done before. It says connect the output meter to the plate and cathode prongs of the 42 output tube, which means you're going to the high voltage of the 42 tube. However, we're going to be looking for AC, not DC. So I've got a, don't know if you can see it slightly over here, the red plug here goes to that, trying to get rid of some light here, or glare, there we go. And so I've got the AC voltage hooked up to it. So right now we've got that. Radio's on, there's no antenna. I went ahead and just connected it to the ground because the cathode of the 42 tube, which is on the other side, is grounded. Now it says for the IFs, remove the grid cap from the 6A, and you see I become the antenna. All right, we've removed that. And then it says connect the antenna lead from the signal generator to the cap of the tube. And of course the let's see, did it tell me 460 kilohertz KC 460. So I always like to take and connect a capacitor in line with that to isolate my signal generator. And let's see, maybe you can see it back there. I've got a frequency counter on my generator, 460-ish or so. I went ahead and labeled all the IFs here in the back. And let's see, we're going to connect this to the cap, if I can get it big enough. And if you may want to just mute this in the meantime, because it gets on your nerves after a while. So we connect the ground to the chassis of the signal generator. We connect the center lead, couple through a capacitor to the grid cap of the 6A7, I'm sorry. And so we adjust each of the four, and we got to set it to 540. So 540 is right along there. And so now it says to adjust each of the four compensating condensers, 17, 19, 22, and 24, in turn so that the maximum reading is obtained. So I'm going to go in that order. There's a reason. Of course, it may be because they went sequential, 17, 19, 22, and 24. So for maximum reading, if the meter reading goes off scale, adjust the attenuator. This is when they had analog meters. And the attenuator on the signal generator to get a lower reading. Adjusted by inserting a hex wrench through the holes in the rear of the chassis subbase except one to the extreme left when facing the rear set. And that is the wave trap. Okay. Two of the holes are covered with small metal buttons which can be removed temporarily by hand, and that was these two. And you saw why. Okay, so let's go to 17, see if it fits. Okay, and then 19. Oh, and just to tell you, when I was under the bottom of this, working on this, I put this on there and lined these up so that I wouldn't have to do this at a later time. So all right. You believe in this? This was pretty close. But you could tell it, couldn't you? For the way the thing was playing. It was a really good shape. All right. We're going to call that good. Let's figure out where we got to go from here. Okay, it says to adjust the wave trap, which is this one here, replace the grid clip. Well, we'll remove this. Replace the grid clip. All right. And then it says to connect the antenna lead from the signal generator to the antenna post, which is here. And so, and then make sure it's set at 460, which it is, and then set it for a minimum. Okay, so it's kind of tuning out. You know, I think in one of my earlier videos I said band pass filter. It's actually a notch filter is what it is. I caught myself. All right, we got a little bit here. Let's turn it up just. That's the modulation level. So now we want to do this for a minimum, right? Well, now you need to go on here. There it is. There's had a bad connection there apparently. Just turn it up a little bit. I believe that was it, right along. Right along there. Well, maybe. Yeah, I don't think it's going to make that big a difference. All right, we're going to call that one good. Okay, now we're going to adjust the antenna and oscillator frequencies. These adjustments are on number 7 and number 11, and they're located on the top here and here. And so the one nearest the front is number 7. And number 7 is the antenna. And so the antenna is number 7 in the front set, and the signal generator is at 1700. And the dial, let's do that. We'll go up. Of course, we just went through 540. Let's see, I can't get there with that. What did we say it was? 1700 or so. Okay, there's 1700. Now we've got to turn our dial to 1700. If I can see it. It's all way. Okay, there's that. Don't hear anything. All right, so now it doesn't say which order. Adjust these two condensers to get the maximum output on the meter. So here's the front one. See if we can get something. Let's do this, and this will probably make us hear it. Wow. Very sharp. Maybe I won't be in your way. Looks good. Let's go to this other one. About the time my meter times out. I'll turn that down a little bit. You want this as minimum. As far as the RF level, it's out. It's as low as it'll go. All right, there's that one. Let's go back to this one. Touch this one up a little bit. This one's real touchy right there. A lot of it has to do with pushing down on it too. Okay, we're gonna see how when it came off, it went back down. So it takes a while to play with it to get it at its maximum. That looks pretty good. Let's go back to this one more time. We'll call it good. We're going to call that good there. All right. Okay, we're going to do the oscillator low frequency adjustment. This condenser number 13 is located in the belly of the beast, and it's located, here's the board, and it's located right there. So I already started this, but I found out that this couldn't get in there until I adjusted that, because I'd had all that out, so I had to adjust it to where this would fit onto it. Otherwise, I was going to have to stop in the middle of the video, and you know the routine. Anyway, we set the dial to 600 kilohertz. I've got my signal generator set on 600 kilohertz. I've got the volume down right now because it's kind of aggravating, but I'll turn the volume up, and let's see, maybe you can see. We'll turn this up, and then we're doing for maximum. So that's somewhere near 2, so we'll see if we can turn this thing. Get that on there. Just applying pressure. Can you believe this thing was solid? We're going to call that good there. So let's see how the radio plays now. Okay, got an antenna hooked up. I've got one that's a loop, but I've built on the wall with a tunable condenser on it so that I can tune the loop to get better reception. Yeah, you can go online and find one of those. There's at 600 where we were at. Should be a station down below here. I only get about two good stations during the day, and at night get a little better. So as we go up, I'll have to tune my antenna a little bit. I'm down in the basement, which doesn't help any. As you can tell, the noise. Well, saying there's something there. Of course, right along here we start getting our big station.
The Eagle.
I could probably receive that without an antenna. Let's go on up. Don't see anything else. That's a pretty good station. Just a lot of noise. I can tune some of the noise out with that antenna. Getting a little bit there, not really sure where that's at. Of course, this is summer, and but I think it's going to be fine, and everything. Okay, after aligning this the way that Philco said, we always hook to the speaker and check the. Of course, you don't get as much voltage, I don't think, there because you're going through the transformer. And but I really didn't like connecting to the plate of that tube. Now that's what the procedure said, but I didn't really like it. And so, and also I went in the order of 17, 19, 22, and 24, what they listed, and I'm always used to going the backwards, the 24, 20, 22, 19, and 17, working from the stages back. So I'm going to try it the way we normally do it and see if I get any other results from that. So I think we got about the same result either way. So but I like this method a little better because you don't deal with the high voltage on the plate of the tube. I don't know if you heard that or not, but I like this method a little better because you don't have to deal with the high voltage on the tube, and it's just a whole lot safer, and I think you can get the same results.
license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com.
For the Reds, 6 runs on 7 hits with 1 error. They left 9 for the Rays, 2 runs, 5 hits.
One of the things, even though it's hot, I can do is I went ahead and started stripping the surface and the lacquer on this and whatever else was on there. Don't know if you can see it or not right here. Apparently, let me see if I can get you a better shot of this. It appears that someone took a hammer, or a wrench, a screwdriver, or something was pecking on that. Or a kid. Who knows? We'll blame it on the kids. What do you think about that? So anyway, a couple of things. It's 81 degrees, 86% humidity, so nothing's going to go on as far as refinishing this. I always thought this was metal, but it's a wood insert. And then was stained a different color, and it appeared to be metal. Now on the back side there is a metal plate with a window for the dial to show through and everything like that. My plans are, maybe I'm put an iron on that and pull something out of there. I don't know, but we'll see. I'm not going to do a whole lot to this cabinet, so other than put some more finish on there, make it look newer and cleaner, but still going to have these character marks, we'll call them. I'm probably going to take and put a gun stock stain on the very front of it. As we talked before, down here, we'll probably go back with a real dark, maybe what's called a red mahogany, even though it's not really red, it's more of a burgundy or a really dark, along with the edge and also the inside of the here. We'll do that also. We'll determine what we're going to do with this. As far as the top, it appears that it was, and I've got some more I want to try to get off, but what you're seeing is the color of the wood, so it may have to go back dark also. The grain looks great except for this streak and this bad place here and here, and like I said, I'm not sure. That's all. This is for another video in the future. But take a look at this, the grain in this one. That's going to be nice. Of course, we'll probably go dark all the way with the base here, probably here and the top, and then leave this whatever color this is right here, just with a good semi-gloss lacquer. But that's probably going to conclude this video. I was going to try to get this done in 10 videos, so it looks like it's going to go 11, and this number 11 is probably going to come out in the fall because of I've got to wait on the weather. And I want to finish. I've had too many loose ends in my videos, and I'm making an effort now to go back and recover the videos and things like that I've haven't put out there, and finish those up and get a clean slate per se. All right, so I appreciate it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. What that does is that shows that you like it first off, and then also it puts puts the algorithms into play, and other people can get to see it. So, but I appreciate all my subscribers and all the comments. You just don't know, and the people that comment and follow my channel real close know that I make a genuine effort to answer each one of them, good or bad. Because I have, this is a pet peeve of mine, we're on a soapbox now, I have commented on people's videos and I never hear any more. And I go through their video or their comment section and I don't see where they've answered anybody. And in my opinion, if you're not going to answer them, turn them off. That's just me. Life according to Larry. So anyway, that's all I've got on this. So from Larry, from the hills of Tennessee. Thanks for watching.